Groovy. All right. Now, now, welcome, welcome. Oh my goodness, welcome. This is so sweet. There we go. Welcome to you, Colleen. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. And Rochelle, thank you for moderating this. We're going to have some fun. We're going to lean a little deeply into the idea of peace. And I have some words I'd like to share with you that I hope will be so inspiring for you. It's also a workshop session. That means if you could gather a notebook and a pen, there are some pivotal questions that I would love for you to record, whether you answer them with me together as we do this now or at a later time or both. They will be so meaningful for you as you contemplate what to you is peace and how you will cultivate peace in your life. The first question is really, as we start, the first question is really a question to guide you into what we're here to do. The question is, what makes for you a peaceful existence? Think about that. What makes a peaceful existence possible for you? It could be meditation itself, which is one of its most incredible gifts. Peace could be for you a walk in nature, could be quiet time in the presence of your pet, your loved one, yourself. Peace could be opportunities for you to reflect on something very much of spiritual nature. So think about what makes for a peaceful existence. And you can also think about whether a peaceful existence for you is curated out of happiness and joy, or maybe it is also in the finding of that. It's in the getting to that place of joy. So whatever steps you take, whether it is breathing and feeling calm, centered, that bring you into a state of comfort, joy, maybe gratitude. Some primers to get you thinking about what makes for a peaceful existence for you. And then the rhetorical question, can we live a peaceful life amidst all of the chaos and the noise in the world? And I want to pose that because we always have our environment, our world to live in. And it makes you all the more appreciative of the monks that go and live in a quiet, serene, sparse habitat up atop a mountain. It's like we can cultivate a space and an environment of peace for ourselves amongst the noise and the chaos of the world around us. And I think that's part of this awareness is we must do that. It isn't only to be able to muster up a sense of peace when you go out into the world. It's to give yourself the beautiful joy of being able to cultivate a sacred sanctuary of peace that you can live in. I also want to recognize how important it is to begin with peaceful thoughts, because all of the kind and reverent action that upholds peace begins with what you think. So in moments when you're feeling the opposite of peace, or challenging moments that create and unearth other difficult moments and feelings for you, even a mantra, I am peace, or I can feel peaceful, or the breathing that you all, I'm sure, know as you meditate. It's a reminder that peace is certainly something that we continue to come back to and call upon. It may feel fleeting at times, it may feel beyond our grasp, and yet to go, remove yourself to be in a space, often alone, where you can come back to that inner state of peace that is so beautifully felt within you. I use the reference of the monks on a mountaintop because it, to me, is a nice image of how we can both go and create that environment, and also we can aim to live that no matter where we are, in a busy parking lot, in a busy supermarket, on a street where there is an abundance of traffic, or maybe simply in moments when it feels almost impossible. Those are the moments that you need to reach inward. So, all to that said, we're going to workshop this notion of existing in a place of peace, and we're going to do it using a beautiful, heartfelt experience that I know many of you are familiar with. And it's nice to marry the two, the wisdom of your heart and the essence of how peace is felt in the being within you. The power that lies in peace is in how you choose to respond and react to others and in all situations. And of course, how you choose to live, that holds for you the sacred ground of consciousness and the free will choice to live in peace. To that is the constant practice. It's a form of meditation unto itself for you to feel peace and to live out of a state of peace is to practice it. To practice it when it's easy, and certainly to practice it in moments when you are not feeling peaceful at all. Peace also begins out of a deliberate conscious choice. I think we forget that sometimes. We can look for that environment like the monks have, and maybe other cultures. And certainly, in our own world, we go on retreats, we get away for a time to a more pleasant place. It has to be still a conscious choice. And we are reminded of that when we are moved out of that beautiful state of peace. So, if you recall, the prompt in our 30 Days of Magic, our journey of magic, manifesting, and miracles, was the prompt of choosing peace. It was sacred intentions. And I say choosing peace because I hope that was for you one of your many sacred intentions, to live of peace. You may still want to create that as an intention for yourself, for this month, or beyond, for how you will live more of your life. I'm going to ask you to think about the answers to these questions now. And we're going to do this in the context of honoring our own sacred wisdom, and from our own heart center wisdom, to recognize the way in which we can live in peace so that we can embody it much more of the time. And to that, you will find how powerful that is when the world around you is less than peaceful and you have found a way to go inward and to gather your peace, your sense of peace, and to guide the way in this state. One of the easiest ways to embody peace, of course, is to hold kind thoughts, reverent thoughts of yourself and others. It's also through our own practice, our daily practice of meditation, that we can connect with a greater sense of calm and presence and the inward devotion that allows us to be more deliberate in our choices, more deliberate in our actions, to slow down life wherever possible, to create pockets and minutes and even hours in which we can enjoy a peaceful activity or meditate or be creative, all to which just allows us to feel at peace. All right, so let me just bring us to some questions. And how we'll do this first is I'd like to remind you of how to align with your heart's wisdom. And from that place, to ask the questions I'm going to give you, to then allow yourself to hold the wisdom deep within you as you answer these questions. What we know is that by placing a hand onto your heart center, you are engaging with the energy of the heart. So I invite you to do that with me now. You can close your eyes as well. You want to focus the mind into this area. It brings intention for you to connect with the heart wisdom. This beautiful, energetic, deeper sense of knowing that we all have, that we can choose to live from much more of the time. In fact, it can be a very real and present GPS for our daily practices, what we choose to do and say, and how we choose to live. As you hold presence here onto your heart center, just acknowledge what you are feeling. Could be a sense of warmth that's growing as your hand is contacting your clothing and your body. It could be the easing into breath that is a little more comforting and slow. It could be to take some deeper breaths here, all the while feeling a state of calm that lives within you. This presence is a wonderful place from which to begin to invite in the state of peace. So I'll ask a series of 3 questions for you. I'll ask Rochelle if she could pop these into the chat, and so you'll have a chance to write them as well. You may want to write them first and then feel your answers, or feel your answer, which is perhaps preferable, and then you can take a moment and open your eyes and write your answer. First question. If you close your eyes with me, as you engage in this beautiful heart wisdom that is within you, then as you listen, your answer will be right in front of you. The first question: how can I live a truly peaceful existence? How can I live a truly peaceful existence? Let your wisdom be your answer. How can I live a truly peaceful existence? with whatever impressions and answers you feel. You may choose to write them for yourself, just so that they are present when you return to this later. How can I live a truly peaceful existence? Aren't the answers so clear? Let's go to the second question. Please also just trust in whatever answers you receive, what you sense. The second question, very much personal to the individual. There are no wrong answers. What are the thoughts, feelings, and actions that are inclusive of a peaceful life for me? Kind of a big question. What are the thoughts, feelings, and actions that are inclusive of a peaceful life for me? Thoughts are your inner dialogue, right? The ongoing conversations that play through your mind. Your feelings are those one-word descriptors that indicate the emotion you experience, and your actions are what you do. They're your behaviors, your reactions. Sometimes they are what you don't do. What are the thoughts, feelings, and actions that are inclusive of a peaceful life for me? Maybe you just think of one or two for each. A thought or two that describe a peaceful life for you. What are feelings that would indicate a peaceful life? And what actions denote for you living a peaceful life? Let your inner wisdom answer. If there was one or two thoughts on their own that would be this incredible guidance for you of living a peaceful life, what would it be? What would you want to say to yourself or need to say to yourself? What feeling or feelings denote a peaceful life? And what actions and behaviors include for you what is peaceful? Because these answers are guiding wisdom for how to live your life in more peace, right? What thoughts, feelings, and actions are inclusive of a peaceful life for me? I think about I am statements and I am mantras as powerful thoughts, powerful statements that can bring about a sense of peace. Maybe you've included some of those in your answers. One of the biggest teachings in cognitive behavioral therapy is the notion that, and the truth that your thoughts determine how you feel and how you react. This is powerful to know because if you want to live more in a state of peace, it really comes back to choosing thoughts that will allow you to feel peace more readily. All right, I'm going to share the third question, the final question. I can appreciate and see the chat and all of your beautiful answers, and I'll jump into those shortly. Here's your third question while we're holding this beautiful space of inner wisdom as we connect with our heart center. The third question: how can I begin this now? How can I begin all of what you've just uncovered now? Let your heart wisdom again answer. How can I begin this being living in a peaceful state now? Let the answer amaze you. Let the answer be what it is. Let the answer be so simple. How can I begin this living in a peaceful state now? And remember, it is now and in the next moment, in the next moment, in the next moment. We have the luxury of needing to choose again and again the desire for peace, and we must choose it. What happens is, as we continue to choose peace as a way of life, as a way of being, it begins to have this beautiful life of its own. You know, we can come down from the metaphorical mountaintop where we were sitting in hours of meditation and silence, and we can begin to interact with the butterflies and nature and the sounds and feel at peace and not be disturbed from that peaceful state. And eventually we can walk down into the village and talk to the people and hear their stories and not let their drama affect us, and we can still be peaceful. And that's that journey, that sense of living as peace is, and we've all done it and we can do it. It is such a remarkable way to experience our life. Thank you. This is a tool, the heart wisdom. This is a tool. It is an absolutely important tool for you to live from. And I hope that these questions begin for you the journey of what is possible to live as peace. May I just jump into the chat? I'm going to just have a look at. Ooh, Anita, you say you must tart. That is so cute. I'm just joking with you. You must start one day at a time with intention. I like tart, actually. I like tart. One day at a time with intention. That is absolutely so true. Beautiful. Yes. John, you say you do this by keeping up positive habits. Yes, and I know you're all about positive habits, and you see they are incredibly important for sure. Try to connect with outside opportunities. Life is not just seeing strangers, but friends I have not met. Yes, yes. And to instill peace to every person, every living being whose path you cross may quite possibly give so much to them in that moment, for sure. I'm going to just reach in and scroll a little bit upward. All right, accepting what is, Colleen says. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's your answer to how do you begin this now? That's beautiful. Yes, indeed. All right, here we go. John says, I like finding the magic. Yeah, I agree. I agree. How you approach issues, life experiences, not just in the bias of what has happened. Yes, for sure. Absolutely. Perhaps finding the magic in what happens, right? As another experience for you. Anita, you say you must also start with morning meditations. That's incredibly helpful. It's a real tangible way to just train the mind and the body to experience, whether it's joy or peace, whatever it is that you are hoping for. Absolutely. Beautiful. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Good stuff. I'm just reading more of your comments and responses. Joanne, you said you must start with daily meditation early, internalize that process, absolutely. To recognize how your body feels in calm and in peace, absolutely. Set intentions, yes, coming back to that prompt of day 3 of this month. And then you could move into the outside world for sure with more of that resilience of peace within you. And of course, breathing. Yes, oh my goodness. Longer exhalations. Spoken like a true expert. I love it. I love it. Amazing. I can feel more chats coming through. I'd love to hear your answers to all of these questions. Amazing. And Russ, you're here. I'm so glad you're joining us as well. You go with love. I agree. I agree. Love is definitely like the quickest path to peace, right? Anita, you say, yeah, I can read them. I can read them, and it's so good. Thank you for sharing your comments. I just wanted to hold the space first for all of you to have that sacred connection for all 3 questions first, so that you didn't interrupt that beautiful listening and knowing presence of your heart with my giggling and such. So beautiful. I hope you take these questions and your answers with you. I hope they inspire you to practice not only meditation and starting your day in meditation, but to really bring forth the intention of peace, because it's there with you. It's always a part of you. Thank you. What a beautiful, beautiful opportunity to come together today. Thank you all for being here and for sharing a little of your busy life with us, and certainly a beautiful practice to remember for the days before you, and certainly for what you are bringing into your life in bigger ways as we move into a new year as well. Thank you so much. Your comments, your answers were just beautiful. I love them. Thank you. We will have one more beautiful live. It'll be an all video live this month on the 29th. I have more lovely shares and surprises in the form of reflections for you as you join in on the 29th. I hope you will. It gives us a chance to come together and share in real time directly with each other. I love that. And thank you for being here today. We have the opportunity through this live stream format to create replay, and that's why we also do these lives as well, so that, let's be real, Rochelle does the replay part for us. Thank you. And so that we can share out the replay to everyone else as well. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, I gotta read that. Thank you, Colleen. Thank you so much. I love all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Russ. Oh my goodness. Thank you for being here. I do love all of you. I appreciate so much this sacred energy here. It's so beautiful and certainly so unique. Thank you. All right. May the peace of your life be so prominent as you step into the rest of today. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rochelle, as always. Thank you, everyone. John, Anita, Colleen, all of you watching quietly. Thank you. Hold this for yourself. Hold it. And Russ, thank you. Hold this beautiful energy of peace. It's yours. Thank you. Namaste. I'll see you next time. Thank you.